Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Annisa Legina Rabiatul and my register number is A1M2198083. Today, I'm going to explain about the impact of Indonesian education in the middle from the COVID-19 pandemic. Before then, I will explain what is the COVID-19 pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic is a devastating disaster for all inhabitants of the earth. All segments of human life on earth are disturbed without exemption of education. Government in any hemispheres, including Indonesia, must take the bitter decision to close schools in order to massively reduce people's contact. The teaching takes place online or so-called online. Online learning is a learning method that uses an interactive internet-based model and a learning management system or LMS. I think this online school can be as an aspect to accelerate the transformation of educational technology in this country. Of course, it has a good impact because the use of technology in education is in line with the era of the Industrial Revolution 4.0, which continue to advance. A new and more frequent learning process, the online learning process, is a new method used in the learning process. Therefore, in addition to presenting learning media, teachers are also required present and effective and efficient learning process for students. This can help teachers learn about online learning application because, as we know, in modern times technology is getting more sophisticated. Maybe before the COVID-19, there were plans for online learning in the future. The application of learning media in the learning process must be supported by learning strategy carried out by the teacher, so that the learning process can be carried out properly. With a variety of media use, of course, the learning strategies that are amply also vary with these various media. It can make students learn no technological implication. Here we can better benefit and brush off the issue of harmful online media by using them properly. But there are also some negative effects, and I don't agree with online learning. Namely, the number of exams that students should have done in normal conditions. Now, suddenly, because of the impact of COVID-19, exams are cancelled or postponed. Internal assessments for schools may be considered less urgent, but for students' families, information about assessment is very important. There are those who consider the loss of student assessment information to be very meaningful for the sustainability of the student's future. For example, students who have been able to master many skills this year but did not get the assessment they should have this year will have an impact on treatment for the coming year. After that, students were required to have cell phones, and as we know, not all students could afford this cell phone, making parents object to buying it. There are also network problems that occur, such as in remote areas where there is still minimal network. Even so, I think that living in a normal part of the city feels the network is suddenly not good. Maybe because almost 100% of people are using the network, so it is interrupted. In short, online learning has several impacts on technological progress in Indonesia, so that education is increasingly advanced in this era of technological globalization. The government must also pay attention to technological devices so that the community or students can receive online learning so that it can be well received by students without reducing the essence of education itself. The main and most important thing is this network. The government must ensure that the internet network in Indonesia can be enjoyed by the Indonesian people from Sabang to Merauke. The government must ensure that areas with a small population and small number of telecommunication network users have the right to have good internet network access. Then right now, the Minister of Education provides free quota for students as well as teachers and lecturers. This can alleviate the little for the students. There is some news about the existence of new normal, usually known as people who can go back to their activities but must comply with health protocols, and schools want to reopen but gradually by complying with health protocols. For example, on my campus, some of the other departments have held offline lectures. Maybe that's all I can explain. I hope this COVID-19 will pass quickly and we can carry out activities as usual or lecture face to face. And thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.